last season, after a number of years of my thinking about how I could have an outlet for a certain kind of progressive repertoire that isn't being done in this city and not often in this country.
Sound Icon's mission is to perform works that are legendary and are experiences of music that are hard to come around in a live performance. Nowadays with recordings and with videos, it's easy to find recordings of pieces or understand, what a piece sounds like, but you never really feel what music is until you hear it live in a concert hall with a mass of players on stage and a massive audience around you.
There started being this certain feeling in me that there's a body of repertoire that I get to do once in a while, but isn't presented in Boston as it should be.
Sound Icon focuses on large-scale works that are true experiences of sound that leave you, after hearing the concert, not knowing exactly what happened, but you feel a little bit changed, like you came into contact with something that you've never really understood or felt before.
The first concerts that is coming up in November features an hour-long work by Wolfgang Rihm, Concerto Séraphin for 16 players. It's an unusual ensemble. There's 2 horn parts and there's 2 piano parts. The pianos are very frequently in complete unison, and the 2 horn parts only come in sporadically and don't come in at all until halfway through the hour piece. And then we also have a major work of Salvatore Sciarrino called Introduzione all'Oscuro for ensemble. It's for 12 players. It's kind of the smallest thing that Sound Icon would do that still satisfies the idea of the Sinfonietta ensemble. The string quintets, then a small grouping of winds. The Sciarrino work is in a certain way the complete opposite of the Rihm, but in another way very similar. The similarity that strikes me most is that they both have a very rigid architecture that's easy to follow. You know where you are in the narrative, and that's part of the reason why I think both pieces are easier to listen to than some of their contemporary repertoire. The way that Sciarrino is very different from the Rihm is that the instruments are almost never playing in a manner that you would expect them to. It's nearly all extended techniques, that or the instruments are playing in a standard way but extremely soft. And it creates this sound world that is incongruent to what you see visually in the performance. That's something about Sciarrino that makes it incredibly striking to hear live.
High-quality live performances of his repertoire don't exist in America, and they don't exist in Boston. And if we're going to create a really vibrant art scene in a first-class city like Boston, there has to be a diverse selection of works and of performances.
The repertoire speaks to me in a very personal way, and in conjunction with that, I don't think enough people are hearing it. So it's a nice project for me to be the director of right now in Boston. No one else is doing this brand of repertoire this big, but at the same time it's personally extremely satisfying for me. Our criteria involves, one, the work can be very well known right now. It could be a staple of the repertoire within the last few decades or so. Or it could be a work that was composed rather recently that we believe could become one of the great pieces of this body of repertoire. Every concert will have at least one piece that fits that criteria. What we're doing is making the focus on what the piece is, the quality of the piece, and the experience of the piece. Sound Icon's primary hope is that you'll come to our concert this November 5th and enjoy the music, experience it how we hope everyone will, and come to our subsequent concerts and get involved in this repertoire. But further, we would love for you to donate in whatever way you can, because that's how we can thrive and bring this music to you.